Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost start with today's morning show. So I can't watch Darren Bent gets for the Talk Sports show where they talk about Iberichi, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur. Ben's going even the talk say if Arsenal sign Iberichi, if it replace Odegaard, because what Odegaard they do recently, he don't really understand what the guy they do, and the blogs, media, everybody don't carry him there. So the Metro say Arsenal comes in and say Odegaard warned he could be replaced by Mikel Arteta's Iberichi, which is the 68 million targets. Now, what Ben's really talk for this story? So he say Eze would likely replace Gabriel Martinelli and the Trossard on the Arsenal's level, but Ben says he could also play as a 10 ahead of Odegaard. Not so long ago, Odegaard was Arsenal, we all know that one. Now, the quotation marks attributed to Darren Bent with Odegaard. He's got to look himself in the mirror. I'm a big fan of Odegaard, and I've sat on this show before and argued the case that he's as good as Bruno Fernandes. Last season, there was no argument. Bruno was heads and shoulders above Odegaard. I don't know what's happened since the ankle injury, but he just hasn't looked the same. Moving on, even in preseason, he hasn't looked anywhere near the Odegaard we know a couple of years ago. 6 goals in no competition last season and 11 assists. It wasn't good enough for him. Not good enough at all. Ethan Maneri could be the natural successor. Otherwise, you are scratching around and wondering who could play there. I think if Arsenal were to go and sign Eze from Crystal Palace, then you've got an option there because he can play number 10. Also, he can play on the left. That will put Odegaard under more pressure because at this minute, he's the captain. But he's not really being challenged or pushed. He's almost coasting through games at the minutes. Now, when you look everything, furthermore, I say, I'm shocked. At this ability is a wasted of Crystal Palace because honestly, infield said the guy is very, very talented, is great to watch. You would think there will be more clubs interested in him, given his release clause. I'm hoping that gives Arsenal the kick. They need to go and get him. If you're looking at Arsenal and Spurs, yes, Spurs won a major trophy, but Spurs finished fourth from bottom last season. So why you won't go join Spurs? Because if someone will look and say, why Eberechi go leave Crystal Palace, go to join Spurs? We don't really did that ambitious. See, because for him, it don't really make any sense. Baba does a part, I don't analyze. I watched the video. Now, in the midst of everything that Ben's talk, where is the lie? I want somebody to tell me where the lie is. Because basically, I don't talk this before people attack me. Say, that's why I go talk to Odegaard. Very cheesy will bench up. Come on, emotion. Look at it logically. If you watch match, two of them, who is more of a goal threat? For me, it is easy. For me, Odegaard good though. And remember there's a saying that says, form is temporary, class is permanent. We agree. Which means, this is where we enter now. Odegaard can see better, can see explode, because he did body. But presently, based on what they see, Odegaard no get person when they push him. He gets put pressure. Like what if Ben say talk. Nobody's really applying pressure. Say, I will take your position, I will take your position. You know, that kind of pressure he gets to make you sit up. So he feels like he's a sacred cow. Nothing can happen to him. But I can tell you for free, if Eberechi is a player number 10, Eberechi is a presence for match now. As in, you know, if you see these things, those people they argue, say like Odegaard. She will not see me. I don't just know. The guy get presence, wiping shot, gone. Now be waiting me alike for where the guy did. Odegaard normally every season supposed to contribute at least like 10 goals. At least supposed to contribute, especially when you play for a team like Arsenal that dominates games 9 out of 10 times. Eberechi is a place for a team that gets dominated 9 out of 10 times. Baba, look at the difference now. So that bombing shots, now I want to see. Because we always have chances to bomb shot because people play against us and they give us too much space because they are playing 10 men behind the ball. They don't have space, they for front of that box 18. Bomber, they go the romance ball, side to side. So me, I don't go lie for you, I support that Benz 100. If you know support, let me know your own thoughts in the comment section. Now, away from that, Because you say Arsenal actually monitored this El Canusis. Yeah, they monitor the player, but at the end of the day, you just feel say, well, maybe they just leave and Jare say no really day for what then they find. You get, because the guy says I'm number 10. So they'll be monitoring, maybe they can't choose a very chase ahead of him. You get, because the guy in a Leicester City player, and let's say Leicester don't go relegation. So as I feel say they don't get any need for the guy. Now we're going to hear what's in the happen between Zinchenko and Fenerbahce. And now we're going to be here say Fenerbahce na loan that they offer. Get, see, they go pay Arsenal loan fee for 3 million. Then at the end of the loan, they go pay 9 million to sign the player. But this is where I got confused. This is a player that has 1 year left on his contract. When I sign him on loan for 1 year, after the loan term, in contract don't expire, don't be free agent now. So how will the payment of the 9 million, like, really, clear for me, make sense. Get, the only way this can work from what me I know. Now, person will get 2 years. You sign loan with an obligation to buy, or loan with a, it should be obligation, because after you give us that 3 million and the loan, then you get the option of making a 9 million. But can this work for a player that has 1 year? Because when they talk says Zinchenko, they say won't spend the remaining 1 year for Arsenal. That one's have an option when they consider. So I beg, this is not clear for me. Anybody who think clear for me, even let me know, because nobody's a monopoly of knowledge. Unless maybe Football London do mistake for this that reports, because I know that I never see a person get 1 year left on the contract. Club for the offer loan with an option to buy or obligation to buy. After the 1 year loan, which they don't expire now, player don't become free agents. Like, no longer becomes an Arsenal player. So you now pay Arsenal for a player that's not Arsenal? Like, go hear me, you know, clear Jerry. So we could just watch. Maybe very soon we'll get clarity on that aspect. Now, did you know that Donnarumma don't reach agreements with Manchester City? Then I think personal terms has been sorted out, saying go even the guy they para, the guy don't drop statements, they para for PSG. In fact, in agents say blessing go carry PSG go court, because today they go play against Tottenham Hotspur. I don't forget the name of that competition. So they go play in a very strong competition. I think the winner of Champions League and the winner of Europa League, the winner of Super Cup, they call it. So they no put Donnarumma as part of the squad. So Baba they para. In fact, the agents when they talk say, but PSG they do Donnarumma no good. So the guy even chose to collect a pay cut, reducing salary, to still sign new contract for PSG. But PSG own be say he no gree sign new contract. So what if the terms maybe say he no gree sign? He no really clear. But they say they'll carry PSG go court. So we'll just watch how they will resolve everything. But last and Man City be the winners, because Man City and go carry the player. We know how good Donnarumma is with that in height and in long hand. In good. Now, Mo Salah said the top say we have a league to win next year. That is next season. We have a Champions League to also win. Liverpool have to always fight for trophies. We are here to win. We just need to win every year. And Liverpool self, they never strengthen finish, because they still won by 2 defenders and 1 attacker. There's so density day for the market. So like I just said, breaking news: Liverpool want to sign all 3: Alexander Isak, Maguire, and Leone. Leone is the defender from Parma, Italia Serie A. So 2 centre backs and 1 attacker. 9 be like the serious gone the one side. So go just watch anywhere you go. I will let you know. All right, let's bring you our first message from one of our sponsors, Dr. Mark Edosa. So Dr. Mark is a general practitioner where they work for Faith City Hospital for Victoria Island. So he does online consultation and home care visits. So if you want to reach out to him, you can call him on +234 080 22025869 +234 8022025869. So if you're interested in any of their services, if you get anybody they do you, call Dr. Mark and he will attend to you. Now, away from that, so Rio Ferdinand himself can come as I talk about this prediction for the match between Arsenal and Manchester United. Now, Ferdinand Day of the opinion say this match will end 1-1. The way we see the match, because Ferdinand thinks Man U and Arsenal will end in a draw. You get, so now waiting in they see. Yes, and I can't look at analysis. You say, speaking on the podcast, Ferdinand simply say, I'm going to go draw, I'm going to go score, draw 1-1. You get, and perhaps to justify Ferdinand scored, that was the score when the pair met back in match at the Old Trafford. Although for the Emirates, they chop like 2-0. Yeah, that is. But the thing is, I know say Ferdinand no, say they no fit beat us on paper, because none of us know what will happen tomorrow. But on paper like this now, with the injuries to the Butcher, Because with Onana, they never know whether I go play, whether I buy in there. I ain't go there for the keeping departments. You get whether Sesco go fit enough to start, but you just sign up. So all these things, Baba say, in the draw. But me, honestly, I no go lie for you that much. I want make Arsenal make a statement. Now my own, everybody now they predict. Nobody get crystal ball to know the future. All of us now in the realm of speculation within now. Me, I want us to make a statement in that match. Even Charles Watts going to bust my brain today. Charles Watts going to be the talk say for that match. In the even see Arteta playing Kai Havertz first because the Okeles na Sheshede, he no go want to apply too much pressure. Now your own opinion be that too. Saying they see Arsenal actually playing Kai Havertz first, then subsequently the Okeles go enter. Saying that the way we in the same. But me, I disagree with them. I feel Baba throw the Okeles in there, throw him, make him enter. If he go score, he score. If he no go score, he no score. But shot throw and making it get used to the intensity because this is the biggest stage. Not be West Ham or the Southampton. This is the biggest stage. Away from home, hostile ground, Manchester United. Put in there, making soaking the intensity, soaking the venom. You get the hostility. Put in there. I'm going to get this is the EPL. I'm going to get used to that because our first 6 games now die, so that the match fitness and everything go enter body and in based on win be. We don't need to create 1 million chance. I believe say one is one. So put that there. So now where me I differ from Charles. What is the book? Why did you not buy him? What is the book Charles Kayavas first? You call the bullion. I don't want that about it. But me, I don't know what to attitude now. Follow Charles Watt. Say me they no play with Killers. Maybe first half Kayavas go play that kind of 60 minutes. Then Killers go enter. Me, I don't want to hear that one away. I don't want to hear that. But we'll just watch. At the end of the day, we'll see how everything will unfold and play out. Now, we can't even hear say Chelsea don't go bid £43 million for Ibrahim Konate. We get 1 year left on his contract. Now, Liverpool say they don't want to sell. As I read that report, Liverpool say they don't want to sell. I just laugh. Why am I laughing? Liverpool won't go sign Maguire. We get 1 year left on this Crystal Palace contract. Crystal Palace made they increase money. They request for like 40 to 45 million. Liverpool say too much. Player we get 1 year left on his contract. Reduce money. You now when they say that one too much, but second they offer you 43 million for your own player, we get 1 year. You say no, but you they tell another person saying you're too much. That was double standard. Why you not accept the 43? Because your player don't tell say no one sign new contracts. Maybe if you still change your mind later, we don't already know. And Real Madrid itself, the reason the guy say, Baba Alpha, come join us. So more to see how because that's why they want sign Leone, sign Maguire to pave the way in case Ibrahim Konate later won't leave because Windows still remains some days. So in case he still won't leave, they don't get replacement already. Because it don't make sense with the way they short. Then Konate can still come out. You get see now you see the double standard. So as we can see highlight them. Now away from that. You remember when I talk about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, say the guy pushing agents, saying I don't want to run everything by himself, saying they discussed with 3 clubs. So at the end of the day, the dream we get, say one join Manchester United, you don't really work. So now we don't get agreement with Leeds, so we don't go join Leeds. This guy once upon a time at the roots for make us not sign up that when we'll be shit packer, we'll never really get much ambition. At the roots for the guy, but at the end of the day, it don't really work out for him. So well. Happy 91st birthday to our life president, the life president of Arsenal, Ken Fryer. This man don't pay. Get. So that position are for life until Wednesday. So now for life, now you get that. Because the guy don't really do much for Arsenal. We have developed over the years. And may God keep him, wish him all the best since life has to offer. Now, Alexander Isak don't move commons for a Newcastle home. Because Baba don't say, I know they play. Don't pack come out for Newcastle. They'll say this move it must happen. You get, but more the watch. In fact, to make it more dramatic, I would like to see. I think pack come out. Make Newcastle snowball. Make them no send that. Make transfer window close. We won't know what next. You know, say sometimes we never know all these things how they play out. We need to test the law in some situations. If Impact come out, Newcastle no answer that. You see contract. They still have like 3 years left on this contract or thereabouts. What happens next? I want to see that, but I don't say you no go deteriorate, reach that level. In fact, make I not lie for you. You can't get reports over the here say the reason make Isak the para like this. Now, say last season was expecting them to give him a new contract and increase his salary, but they refuse. But they give other people. Now, we can't hear from the sporting director say they believe say But also the guy gets 4 years left on his contract as at last season. So they felt everything good. But they know say with the person where they provide this much goals for now, number one player getting the end like £130,000 per week. Make it make sense. It don't make any sense. You get so money. You don't say money, money. Everybody like money. So money is one of the reasons they make Isak the para. See, they snowball, they ignore him. You know what's all limits the end now. People they score the type of goals when they score. You know how much at the end. So now one of the major reasons we get this issue we'll get for Krana, the other one at their own cup of rice. Now, Leandro Trossard is among the players who could leave Arsenal this summer to make room for Eberichese according to the Mirror. And that is true because Arsenal see they try to create space to let people know, to make Crystal Palace know, say, okay, we'll get on a player. We don't know that one already, but just the watch. Okay, the Daily Mail can say Liverpool have no intention to sell Brian Konate. Well, we can also take that particular story. Don't talk about already. Now, when you look at the Arsenal website, Arsenal have reached 100 consecutive top flight seasons. We don't play EPL 100 seasons in a row. No relegation, you get. Now, when you look at the statistics for the EPL since 1919, when we start this EPL, this top flight football, when we started being called Arsenal. Those are before now, Woolwich Arsenal with the answer. Before they can't change them to the Arsenal. Before they can't change them to Arsenal. So when they change them, gone, we'll officially start to the answer Arsenal. That was 1919. From then till now, we don't play 100 seasons. The next, Everton, 72, which means every other person don't relegate at one point or the other. But we still did. Liverpool, 64 consecutive seasons, now they don't do. Since 1919, then Sunderland, like that, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, like that. Even when they first start this new league, Spurs did relegation, they did Division 2. Then come win, come and we'll just anyway make us take on that. This is not history time. We'll take more time to analyze all these things. Now, it was back in 1904, 1905 when the club, then known as Woolwich Arsenal, first sampled life in England's top flight, spending 7 seasons at that level before suffering the only relegation in our history back in 1913. Yes, we've relegated once in our history, even though we know the answer Arsenal then, but the answer Woolwich Arsenal, but now still we. Forget so we changed name, now still we. So that was back in 1913. The same year where we moved to Highbury, 1913. Now, after 2 seasons in Division 2, they can't suspend football because of the outbreak of the World War I. World War I, I think that was in 1914-15. So the war lasted for like maybe 4 or 5 years. Then after the war can't end, they will come say, okay, let us go back to football. Now, they can't do voting. Somehow, Arsenal were promoted to the first division in 1919. 1919, after the war, it's okay, let us resume football. So teams come plenty, like 44 teams. They can divide them into 22. So nobody say we can't, no say we did relegation already. So nobody say we can't go play relegation, can't promote. No, there was a voting system, and Arsenal got like 18 votes. So we were promoted to Division 1, and now from there, 1919 till now, we never smell relegation again. You get? So since top flight football, since 1919, Arsenal have played 4,024 games. We've played the most, more than anybody, because we did there from there till now 100 consecutive seasons. We don't be all this team mate, oh. No be their mate, oh. Look at how many games we played. Look at how many games we've won in the history of the EPL. 1,899 games. Look at other people. We've won the most more than anybody. We've played the most games more than anybody. But nobody they mention all these things yet. Now, the most league games and goals since 1919 till now. David O'Leary, now be the Arsenal player with the most games. He don't play 558 games for Arsenal. Followed by Tony Adams, 504. Now like that. Since Henry know they there. So okay, David Seaman said, no be small. Well, the Arsenal legend. David Seaman no be small. 405 games for Arsenal. Look at Lee Dixon. 458. You know what it be 450 something? 500. You play for club 500 something times. Look at Nigel Winterborn. 440 games. Then in history, our highest goal scorer so far, Henry, followed by Cliff Bastin. Yeah, right. This is a Baba no small. Yes, 103rd highest goal scorer for Arsenal. This is no small. 128 goals. You get followed by some kind names. So we say I don't see them play. Oh, this George Lima. Maybe I don't know the year when he even plays it. I don't know that one. This Cliff Bastin self. Me Murray. I don't know. How many of you know? Ted Drake. You know? David Jack. You know? Yeah, I don't know how. That's the benefit of history. Now, you know, end there, because when you look at what we're going to see, they say Arsenal in 1919, where it all began. The story behind our 1919 promotion to the first division, they called it a controversial story. Today, now I couldn't read the story for the Arsenal website. It was very, very long, but I won't give you a like short version of the story. So I don't already tell on a small, but we hear from the horse's mouth. So the story began with us finishing sixth in the 1914-15 second division, the final campaign before football was suspended due to World War One. After a 4-year wait, in 1919, the Football League decided to restart and increase in size from 40 to 44 teams, split equally into leagues of 22. During previous expansions in 1898 and 1905, the top second division sides were promoted as usual, normal, you get. But make I just post the Blues nomination. Okay, make I just go for, make I not go born out all this, make I show that the voting as they take votes, how to go back, you get. So, however, despite newspapers at the time reporting many other details from that, and McKenna's suggestion that we should be elected ahead of Tottenham, what is known as the 41 votes cast, we received 18, 10 more than second place Tottenham. So now, so we see as they take voters, that will be number one, collect 18 votes. Tottenham Hotspur, they voted us ahead of them, so we will enter the top division. Just like that. So whatever the reasons, the Gunners were back in the top flight for the first time since 1913. We got relegation 1913. Once before World War can scatter everything, everybody can go hide. So we kicked off the campaign. When we come to the top flight, our first game we lose them against Newcastle 1-0. You get at Highbury, August 1919. You get. So we would end our first campaign. That first campaign, we finished 10th for table. Whereas Spurs made a swift return by winning the second division. That 1919 Spurs this second division. They can't win them 1919. Can't join us the following season. So since then till now, we never relegate. 100 consecutive top flight seasons. However, our chairman, Sir Henry Norris, also pushed hard for us to be included in promotion discussions because we are from second division. So you see how everything they unfold and it end up in our favor. So for history's sake, Arsenal have gone relegation once, 1913, and after that relegation, the World War can scatter everything. And ever since we came back to top flight football in 1919, we've never gone relegation. We've played 100 consecutive seasons. No be beans. Yes. Now, very serious feats. Now, with what would they hear about Eberechize? I want to see one post where Welby put out. Welby say, she would have noticed, say, during when we talk about Sesko Gyökeres, every AK market, if Fabrizio Romano will repost, Benjamin Sesko is close. Sesko is close to Arsenal. It's close to Arsenal. David Ornstein keep quiet. You know, talk. Until David Ornstein break on one Sunday. Bah! Gyökeres and Arsenal personal terms, bang. Fabrizio Romano will talk about Sesko again. Say for this Eberechize, you don't hear Ornstein talk, say, the Eberechize wants to go and join Spurs. It's quiet. So he go wait until David Ornstein talk about it. If they talk back, but he can't get. But Romano, you need to understand what's in our social media. Presently, Facebook now don't they pay for posting pictures, and people they benefit now. People get like millions of followers because the pay na change. Maybe like a 0.04 cents. You get na kobo level. You get so now rubbish. If you post a picture, if you get Facebook page, post picture, they are paying for pictures now. 0.4 cents. So Fabrizio Romano, they post every second of the day. Different picture, Baba na money. Based on the millions. They get again bet now. So that's why they post. What you don't post yesterday, go post them again today. What you don't post last week, go post them again today. Picture when they consign us, you go can come again. It's all about the money. You get. That one no take away in credibility. But Ornstein never talk anything about Eberechize, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur. So he saying go wait. I myself, are they keen? Are they refresh Ornstein? Because I don't say if true Eberechize, Ornstein go ring am. He go ring am. So both of us just watch and just fingers crossed. Now let's bring you a message from another of our sponsors, Mobile Associates and Co Limited. So they're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80646422234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeliwa Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, number the fact say the Darren Bent, they talk say if Arsenal sign ability is if it to replace Odegaard. Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. Like come your way later in the evening to give you the evening news to them. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get out. Alright guys. Ciao.